Yo, Elliot. Got a question here from G. Quimby, 123. G. Quimby wants to know, yo, Elliot, I've been bodybuilding for 3 years. I noticed a drop in my gains, but there's a guy at the gym that flexes in front of the mirror all day long. And I asked myself, is there any benefit to contracting these muscles during my workout? So for the past couple months, I've taken the time, about 30 seconds, and flexed my muscles in between sets. I've not changed my workout routine at all, but I'm definitely seeing gains. I've gained noticeable mass. My question is, does flexing in between sets add time under tension for the muscles, almost like a drop set? So, you're not asking me if it's effective because clearly you're seeing the gains, right? One of the things that I often talk about is how the nervous system is the foundation. The functionality of your nervous system is the foundation for your strength, for your muscular performance. When you take the time to flex your muscles like you said you're doing, right? You're taking your central nervous system and you're driving energy out into the periphery, out into your muscles, right? So what you're doing is you're greasing the groove in a way. Pavel would call it that. Read some stuff by Pavel, because what I'm about to describe, he talks about quite often. It's basically driving more energy into your muscle, and what that does is, through repetition, it reduces the viscosity. It reduces the, for you guys that don't understand the word viscosity, the friction, right? The resistance between your brain, central nervous system, and your muscle. So the more you do it, the more energy and the faster and easier that nervous energy goes into the muscle, right? And that's what tone is, muscular tone. Tone is the nervous system's stimulus of a particular muscle. And that's what gives you that harder type look. It's one of the things that gives you that harder type look. You know, when someone says they've got good muscle tone, that means the energy, that means the electricity is toning that muscle, right? When you flex, when you squeeze that muscle. So one of the things that I teach my students, and one of the things that I do in my gym is, before I do a deadlift, right, I tone the muscles by isometrically contracting all of the muscles in my hands. I pull my belly in and I pull my anus up. I've told you about this before. This is the root lock. This is what really strengthens the core, right? So it gets your deep abdominal wall very strong. And I drop my shoulder blades down and together, and I get very tense, and then pull, right? Because it's turning on all the muscles by switching on the nervous system. It's a very good idea. It's a very good thing to do. So for strength, because I'm not a bodybuilder, for strength, this is something that we do. In order to, like, if you get stuck in your bench press, right? This is one of the things that we teach powerlifters. If you get stuck in your bench press, squeeze your hands tighter. Squeeze. I think the term is called imbibition. Where by squeezing your hand tighter, do it at home, squeeze your hand tighter. You can't squeeze this muscle, you can't squeeze your hand tighter without this getting harder, right? I can't remember the term. Irradiation. Irradiation is the term. It irradiates. So I tighten here, I feel it in here, right? So in order to get stronger, this is what we teach our athletes to do. This is what I do personally. And I could see why it would support you in your muscular gains. Make sure I'm answering your freaking question. Yes, it does add time under tension. That's really your question. Time under tension. Just think about what time under tension is. It's how long the muscle is under tension, right? And by you squeezing it, by flexing, You're putting a lot of because where does the tension come from? Nervous system. You're putting all that nervous tension into the muscle, adding to the hypertrophy that you're experiencing. So long story short, long-winded answer, yeah, bro, it's a good idea. Keep doing it.
Yo, Elliot.